Okay, so this is the 3-month maceration update for Yara or Yara Pink by Lattafa. It's never called Yara Pink, it's just nicknamed Yara Pink by a lot of people because the bottle is pink, and there are other Yaras like Yara 2 and Yara Moi, which is white and yellow. Also, I did get a lot of questions, so I'm just going to start it off how I macerate my Arabian Middle Eastern fragrances and other fragrances as well. But I'm going to focus only on Middle Eastern and Arabian fragrances because the other ones I don't macerate the same way. For my Middle Eastern and Arabian fragrances, what I do, when I first open it from the box, I get one of these. So I spray 15 times, that's 1.5. Not 50, 1.5. And I'll then make sure and I make sure that the atomizer is to the bottom. So I push down completely until it stops. Because what it does is when it goes up, it will bring air into the bottle. And that helps in regards to the chemical change and the maceration process. And it will blend everything better and a little bit faster as well. If you've noticed your beloved fragrances, the most beloved one, it will smell very different than the first time you sprayed your bottle. And you can even do that the same. I'm talking about like non-Arabian, non-Middle Eastern. And even with Arabian, Middle Eastern, if it's ready when you get it, it's completely different. But anyway, it's always going to be completely different from day one you open it versus like you've been wearing this all year. And it's completely different. It's stronger, it's denser possibly, it lasts longer, things like that. And there are some different notes in there that are popping off that you can smell versus when like day one that you had it. It's the same process. It's just what I've noticed. Majority of the Arabian and Middle Eastern fragrances, I just had to do that. I've also done that in designer, luxury, and niche. So it's just not as common versus Arabian, Middle Eastern. But that's okay. I have patience. So with this, I sprayed 15 times. That's 1.5 on a clean towel or cloth, just like what I shared. Before we move forward with that, the main accords are sweet, vanilla, powdery, tropical, fruity, musky, floral, and citrus. The top notes are orchid, heliotrope, tangerine. Middle notes are gourmand accords. It doesn't specify anything else other than that. And tropical fruits. Base notes are vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. So it still has some alcohol smell into it. However, it also is kind of like a mixture of alcohol and sweet coconut cream. If you've ever smelled sweet coconut cream, not from a can, not from like, if you don't live where coconuts grow organically, and you can go to like mom and pop stores, like smaller stores, they will sell freshly creamed coconut cream or coconut milk. You can get that on a daily basis. That's it smells so good. It's intoxicating because you're in a humid area and everything is magnified. I've also witnessed in front of me people actually doing the creaming of the pulp of the coconut. And when they're doing that, it smells just like this. It's sweet, it's creamy, it's lactonic. However, it is not like dairy creaminess. It's so good. And of course, the powderiness from the heliotrope does come out as well. The combination of that, I'm not pleased with the alcohol that's still lingering there. However, it's fine. I have used this on myself, skin and clothes. I think the first few times, the alcohol would still be there a little bit. It does dissipate rather quickly, so I'm not very concerned. So I'm very happy about that. The powderiness, as I've stated, is heliotrope based, so it's not cosmetic based. It's not baby powderish. If that's the kind of powderiness that you're looking for, it might not be this one for you. I know that there are certain people that prefer the baby powderish kind of powderiness, and that's just not my taste. And it could not be yours, or maybe you're open to any type of powderiness. It could possibly be this. And so about before the 1 minute mark, it does smell. It smells very. This smells very casual to me. Like it's a very easy reach. It's pink, poofy, and like a coconut, delicious, powdery cloud. In 1 to 2 minutes, alcohol is still present, so that was disappointing. And the notes are still. It's still the same. When I checked it again, between 1 to 2 hours, the alcohol is gone. Sweet coconut cream. It is delicious. It is dense yet airy. And the fluffy, light powderiness of the heliotrope is just magnificent. Oh God, I love heliotrope. I just love it. It's so magical to me. It's just so pretty and magical. I love it so much. Just so you know, heliotrope does not have the same floral scent as like a rose or white flowers or pink roses or yellow flower. It's nothing like that at all. It's like a sweetness to it. It's so good. A sweet powderiness to it. It's so, so beautiful. And this one, it does, I believe it is very connected to the same family. It's very similar to Zucrof Pink. And due to the powderiness, even though the powderiness of Jagaf Oud Tonka is more like an almond powderiness versus this one, I do kind of put them together in the same family because of the powderiness and the sweetness to it. I would say this is closer, if you're really talking about close to identical, this is Rolling in Love by Kilian and Zucrof Pink by Zimaya. My personal preference, I do prefer Rolling in Love by Kilian and also Zimaya by, Zucrof Pink by Zimaya versus this one. I don't dislike this one, but if I were to choose, I choose those two for different reasons. Sometimes I will prefer out of the three, and I'm even taking Shagaf Oud Tonga out of the equation because that's completely different from these three. So out of the three, Rolling in Love is definitely the sweetest. And this is second. The more this macerates, the sweeter this becomes. And last place would be Zucrof Pink. The difference is less than a level. It's a hair. However, I would say maybe the difference between Rolling in Love and the sweetness for this one is probably like one level. And like a tenth of a level, I would say like half a level between this one and Zucrof Pink. For the poofy, cloudy powderiness, Zucrof Pink is the winner. That is the ultimate one. That is my favorite out of all the three. I thought nothing could ever beat like Rolling in Love, and then I have Zucrof Pink, and I'm like, totally in love with it. There are times when I would prefer one over the other, like Yara I would prefer it sometimes if I want a little bit more coconutty kind of smell. The coconut in this for me does not represent or even reminiscent to sunscreen at all, or sunblock or suntan lotion. Nothing of this sort. It is very organic, fresh coconut cream. It is very delicious. And this is, so if I were to reach, I would say Rolling in Love would be second, and this is the last place, and my favorite would be Zucrof Pink. They're in the same family. Can you have all of them? Yeah, of course you can have all of them. I'm an enabler. Do you need all of them? It depends. I'm an enabler yet again. It depends on you. I have all three. So obviously I thought that I needed them. So yeah. So far, when it comes to longevity, I would say Zucrof Pink and Rolling in Love are probably tied. Yeah, probably tied. Both of those I have worn to bed. I have never worn this to bed. I've never had any desire to wear this to bed, just during the day. This one does not last as long as the other two. Very, very huge difference. So if you like Yara or you have Yara and you don't like the coconut aspect of it, like you could live without it, Zucruf Pink or Rolling in Love, depending on your budget. Um, so it just really depends. I believe I would pick Zucruf Pink. I just like it better. I don't need the extra sweetness. I believe Zucruf Pink is perfectly sweet in my opinion. If I want, because I do reach for this sometimes. I do reach for this, uh, um, and not the other two. But I would say this is in third place out of the three. I'm not saying that I don't like it. I'm just saying that I like the other two better. And I do have a huge collection, so saying that I do reach for this a lot is a big deal. So I think that's enough insight and information. I wanted to add that because just in case people are kind of wondering, this did last 14, 15 days. 14th day, this was faint, which is odd because 13th day, it was fainter than day 14. And this lasted between 2 to 3 weeks, 15 sprays. So I'm very much encouraged that it could have been Zucruf Pink has macerated before I got it versus my Yara. That could be in regards to longevity, and I do believe that some people could have gotten nose blind because this and Zucruf Pink and Rolling in Love are very, very easy to overspray because it's so beautiful, it's so intoxicating, yet it's airy and dense at the same time, which doesn't make any sense. And I think that the density is kind of somewhat confusing me because of the powderiness to it. It just feels like a cloud, and it does leave a trail. So if I'm just gonna share the tips to do that with. So if you can't smell it, there's something that's you're confused, and if you can't smell it, a lot of times people tend to either have undersprayed or oversprayed. If you're underspraying, you're doing disservice to yourself because that just means like it's there but it's barely there. And why? It's, to me, it's a waste, right? Because one whole day, unless something happens to my clothes or my outfit, I change that, and I also change my fragrance for the day. I pick one fragrance for the day. I do not layer, so they better work their butts off. The other reason that you probably can't smell it is when you spray it on your wrist or your skin, it might work really, really well with your body chemistry, your pH, your natural body oils. And because fragrances, as a rule of thumb, is always going to pick you. And when that happens, you can't smell it yourself, but you're like radiating in waves, and people can smell you and you leave a trail. Another thing that I could tell you is it could be your overspraying. When we overspray, depending on the maceration maturity of it, because sometimes it can smell like really alcoholish, kind of really synthetic and kind of disruptive to our senses. What will happen is you become nose blind. It's just our body trying to protect us. So that could be it. Another thing as well is probably your skin is dehydrated. So with that, it could just get absorbed too much. I drink a lot of water, and I always moisturize my skin. Also, moisturizing your skin really does help the longevity of your fragrances. Another thing is spraying it on your clothes will help. It will help make it longer and last longer and all that stuff. Another thing is when you spray it on your wrist, what I do is I spray per wrist and I let it air dry. I do not rub to each other because that is going to destroy the journey of your fragrance, and a lot of times that will make your fragrance not last as long, and it will also somewhat destroy some of the complexities to that. If there are any other tips, please share down below, and if I'm blanking out, there might be other ones that I also do. I'm just it's just not coming in my head. So I apologize for that. But if there will be more, I will be sharing it in my next video. Thank you everyone for the love and support, the subscribes, the likes, the comments. If in case I do not respond within 24 hours, please leave another comment until I respond, because that just means the system did not send me the comment, so I wouldn't know that you made a comment. And I apologize for that. That is out of my hands. Thank you everyone. I'm very, very grateful and thankful on everyone participating in my channel, because everyone is so beautiful and incredible. Just, you guys are beautiful, and also on the inside, and I love you guys. You guys are incredible. So to end this all, thank you so much for the love. You have no idea how much it means to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you want to talk about this fragrance or any fragrance, or have questions, or you have suggestions or anything to do with fragrances, let me know down in the comment section. Stay happy, stay smelling great, stay safe, stay healthy. I love you. Have a great day.